Good afternoon, all. I am Dr. Shivanshu Raj Goyal. I am a consultant pulmonologist at the Artemis Hospital, Gurgaon. Today, on May 5th, we observe World Pulmonary Arterial Hypertension Day. So, I am here to share few insights about the same. Now, when we say pulmonary hypertension very simply is when there is elevated pressure of blood in lungs. Pulmonary means lungs, so any elevated pressure of blood in the lung is pulmonary hypertension. Now, pulmonary hypertension can be of various types. I will not go into all the different types of pulmonary hypertension, but broadly, I would like to enlighten you that there are two broad categories. One category is where we have a cause of pulmonary hypertension, and the other where we do not have any cause of pulmonary hypertension. Now, what do I mean by that? A cause means this problem could be secondary to a problem in some other organ. For example, you can have a long standing lung disease. You could be suffering from a cardiac disease. You could be suffering from various diseases such as scleroderma, rheumatoid arthritis. Also, in people who have long standing sleep disorders, people who reside on very high altitudes, these are the people who could be suffering from this problem called pulmonary hypertension. Now, there are various patients who get diagnosed with pulmonary hypertension, and yet we do not uh, attribute them to a particular cause. So, this variety of patients come under idiopathic pulmonary hypertension. Now, taking it further from here, it is definitely difficult to diagnose in an initial setting, but a high degree of suspicion is important. So, this will be my small message to my colleagues who are treating patients with shortness of breath. If a patient complains of shortness of breath, you have done his CT scan, you have done his chest x ray, or a lung function test, which broadly is okay, start thinking whether you could be dealing with a disease called pulmonary hypertension. So, how do we start thinking, even from the patient's point of view or from a doctor's point of view? What could be the most common symptoms? The most common symptoms of this disease are very, very vague. By vague, I mean general. You could have patient could be having shortness of breath unexplained. He could be having some vague chest pain, swelling of the feet, bloated abdomen, or palpitations. Even patients can even present to you with features such as dizziness or any episode of loss of consciousness. These could be markers that you should start thinking in terms of pulmonary hypertension. So, what you would be ordering next, or what should we think of? The next modality should be echocardiography. Echocardiography, although not the best choice to diagnose pulmonary hypertension, but it is the easiest non invasive way in which we will be able to diagnose this disease. Lot of times we start thinking that once diagnosed with pulmonary hypertension that there is no treatment for pulmonary hypertension. That's completely wrong. You would be able to treat a patient once you diagnose properly. If you have a disease where there is a cause, your main aim should be to treat that particular cause. Could be heart disease, lung disease, or any other disease. If it's a idiopathic pulmonary hypertension, there are various drugs available for that. These drugs are available in the form of tablets, IV, inhalation, or even diuretic use in many patients. So, I would end my message by leaving some take home points. Now, early accurate diagnosis is the most important step for a great outcome in patients of pulmonary hypertension. And remember, pulmonary hypertension doesn't differentiate between age, sex, race, or ethnic origin. Anybody could suffer from pulmonary hypertension. So, be careful, diagnose early. You need to suspect that this patient of mine, or if you are a patient yourself, you could be suffering from pulmonary hypertension if you remember these salient points which I have given you. Thank you so much. Please do take care of yourself and have a healthy life.